What is up, folks? Briston Gaming back with another episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Weekly, this show where we help you figure out what mods are good for you. And this week we have got a short video, shouldn't take too long. But before we jump into anything, I want to take a second to say thank you to everybody who has liked and subscribed on the content, because it has helped out a great deal. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into our first mod. And our first mod is called the Hind helicopter, Hind helicopter by Ragsy and Ascentium Tiger, and this thing is awesome. It flies so much smoother than the gyrocopter. They have actually changed the controls so it flies so much better than the gyrocopter. But not only that, it looks sick. I mean, it just looks awesome. Now, if only there was a way to get the weapons to work, that would be even better. But this thing just looks cool as hell. I mean, look at it. It just looks awesome, doesn't it? I think this thing just looks incredible. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump inside and take off God mode so you guys don't have a wonky thing. There we go. Listen to that. Listen to that sound. Crashed into a tree. So it flies super easy. Spacebar to tilt up and to go up. C, tilt it forward a little bit, and you can kind of press both to level out. But C also kind of lands it. And then S lets you kind of stop and break in place. And when I've been playing with this mod, I've been flying around and stuff, and whenever I see zombies and stuff, I'll go down towards them like this, and I'll go pew 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 pew. I mean, it doesn't actually do anything, but it's just, you know, goofy little way for me to have fun with it. But this is a really well done mod. I mean, that was a pretty simple little fly through there. Like, you can't really do that with the gyrocopters in the vanilla version of the game. Ragsy and Ascentium Tiger have done a phenomenal job with this. I'm gonna crash into a tree. Yep. Now watch what happens when we set down and I get out. Listen to the sound. Listen to the sound. That is awesome. I used to work on helicopters in the military, and that was really cool. I like that. But with that, folks, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, folks, so our next mod is called Trader Map by Swimina and Nagata, and I hope I pronounced those names right. But it's a cool little thing that lets you put this down, and I know it looks like one of the things you're going to find at the traders, and it's actually something you can buy from. And that's why I like this mod. I like this mod because there's times when I'm at my base and I'm crafting stuff and I'm doing things, and it's at night, or, you know, it's at a time where I can't easily get to the trader, and I might need something. I might need, like, you know, some clay soil or cobblestone or concrete or something like that, and I can't get to the trader for whatever reason. This lets you buy a lot of those things that the traders would sell, but you get to buy it at your base, and you can't sell anything to this. Like, if I wanted to sell this sniper rifle, I can't sell it to this. I have to go to the trader for it. So this isn't as game breaking as some of the other trader stuff out there where you can actually sell to. On this one, you can only buy from it, which I think is okay, because it's like the traders are letting you put this in your base to stock up on stuff, and they're getting a profit from it. At least in my head, that's how I roleplay this. But it's got a lot of stuff, so it's like, I mean, this is a really good mod. You can buy everything here. Military vest, and this is the cool thing about this too, is like you see here, this is not a level 6, this is a level 1. So if you buy anything from this, any weapons or anything like that, you're only buying level 1 weapons. The only thing this is really good for is materials, mods, and maybe turning your cash into dukes. That's it. And you only get, see, you get one. That's it. This is a really cool mod. And how you make this is you come here to your workbench, you type in Tom, like I've done there, and then it takes 500 dukes and 1 forged iron. You go ahead and you click craft, and then it spits it out. Now, I don't need that one. I was just showing you guys how to do it. But this is a fun little mod that is not really all that immersion breaking, because, like, if you think about it, if you're playing on a server with a lot of people, you can use those hell, you can actually do it without being on a server. You can sell stuff, unwanted stuff, to the traders by going to those vending machines that they have inside their bases, putting your stuff in there. It might take a very long time, but the traders will buy it. They'll use those to buy everything. This just makes it to where you can buy everything you need at times when you need it. But with that, folks, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, folks. So our next mod is called Perk Mastery by Devin752 and Dahaka, and this is a cool mod because, like, let's say you've just killed a big horde of zombies like this, and you've gained a level. Well, now what do you do with your points? Well, you've already kind of figured out how you want to build yourself, but now you're not really so sure. So what you do is you come in here, and then you have this masteries. Now, all of these are unlocked by going through different combinations of skills through here. So as you see, I've got the crafting unlocked and stuff because I've got more stuff unlocked under the intellect. I've got engineering maxed out. So now I can come here and I can craft stuff a lot faster. All of these things get unlocked by investing your points differently throughout the skill trees. So like if you want to unlock, say, hammer. Skull Crusher unlocks hammer. Now if you want to unlock something for the shotgun, put a point in boomstick. Come here, now you have shotties, and this lets you really spec out how you want to build your character, because you can go through and as you see it increases the damage with each one up to a staggering amount, and it increases clip size, handling, and stuff like that. So this really lets you build out a character specifically to how you want to play, and this is really good for if you've got a lot of friends playing together, because you can all go through and have really specified characters on how you want to have everything done. You can have somebody who's gone heavy into scavenging, heavy into survivalists and stuff like that, even though this really doesn't benefit besides just, you know, one person. But all the rest of these things, like if somebody really likes using the shotgun or the rifle or, you know, whatever else they like to use, they can spec out how they want to spec out. And it kind of gets away from the meta too, at least I think. This lets people have a little bit more fun with the game. And then the sprinter is really cool because it really increases your running speed. As you see, 50%. You've got the survivalist increases your, no, that's not the one. Which one is it? Oh, it's calisthenics. I'm sorry. This one increases your max health and stamina by 40, which I think is really cool. You know, makes you a little bit easier to survive. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright folks, so our last mod is called Zalert by BW, and this is probably one of my favorite mods of all time, just because it is a simple little XML mod that does a lot. And BW made this at the request of a deaf community member. They posted something on the community forums. He saw it and was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make this for them. And it's a cool mod. Now, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes at night, this game is dark as crap, and it can be hard to see stuff. You're out doing stuff, it can be really hard to see a zombie. So before I spawn something in, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the AI just so I don't get my butt kicked. And then I'm going to spawn in one bow. Now you see that little skull there? When they're within 8 blocks of you, that skull appears. When they're within 20, it shows up as a little dot. So if you're out doing stuff, if you're walking along, or you have, you know, hard time hearing and stuff like that, you might not see the zombie. You might not hear the zombie. But as you're going along, you'll say, oh man, I need to come loot this car. I'm going to come over. Oh, wait, hold up. I see something. And then you start looking around. Gives you a fighting chance. And this is good for people who do have hearing impairment and stuff like that that play, because it allows them to have a visual representation of when there's a threat nearby. And then the closer it gets to you, it changes to a skull. But not only that, so this is another reason why I really like this. Oops, sorry, wrong button, wrong stuff. I'm gonna type in stag. So you see, watch what it does. Look at that. When you have an animal you can hunt near you, like a rabbit or a chicken or a stag or something like that, it changes. Go ahead and take that guy out. It changes to match what they look like. So it lets you know that you have a game animal. And then if you have like, let's say, oops, sorry, not that. If you type in bear, it turns to look like a bear. But it's not just bears that do that. So if you have a dog as well, I keep typing the wrong stuff in, folks. I am so sorry about that. My mind is just all over the place today. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kill that bear. And look, the thing is still there for the dog. See, that's really cool, because when you're out doing stuff, you might have a hard time noticing some of these things. I know when I play with my wife Lunabug, she has a hard time noticing zombies or chickens or rabbits or anything around her that, could really cause her harm. She has a hard time noticing these things. This mod really helps with that because it gives her a visual representation to say, hey, there's something near you, and it lets her hone in on something. It lets her like, okay, I need to stop, take a look around, because she can be hard of hearing sometimes. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. Make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Have fun, and we will see you next time.